talking about characteristics and adaptations. Adaptation is a body part that helps an animal survive. A characteristic is an organism that moves one place to another.
We also have a driving question that we have to answer, which is, how do we help the population of our animal increasing? And I'll be talking about diet and life. We had to figure out what is diet and life. Well, diet is like what they eat, and life is what they do in their lifetime. And we also had to know what is a herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. A herbivore is one that eats plants, a carnivore is one that eats other animals, and then an omnivore is one that eats both plants and meat.
I'll be talking about habitat. A habitat is like stuff that an animal needs to survive where it lives. And if it didn't have that stuff, it probably wouldn't be able to survive where it lives, so that's why it needs stuff to like eat and water to drink and stuff like that.
I'm talking about ecosystems. And an ecosystem is like a habitat for an animal. And for example, a deer's ecosystem is a forest.
Adaptation and a characteristic for the Canada goose. For adaptation for the Canada goose is when they want to fight, they stick out their tongues and hiss. And when they really want to start fighting, they pull out their wings and start slapping each other. And they'll also start biting the Canada goose's neck.
And one of the things we learned about the Canada goose is they are a herbivore, which they eat plants. They also eat grass and grains, and the city Canada geese eat out of trash cans. And their predators are humans, raccoons, red foxes, and coyotes.
The Canada goose, surprisingly, it doesn't put its nest in the trees. It puts it on the ground, and it likes to live close to water. And it can fly from 45 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour. And they like open fields to put their nests in because they want to see what's around them, and they want to see predators that come and eat their eggs, and so they can fly away.
Canada geese like the ones for two reasons. And the first reason is because when they're feeding with their baby, and the second reason is so they can see in all directions. Their habitat is usually near water, open fields, and grassy fields. They have babies in the spring, and they move to warmer climates in the fall. Now we will be visiting our problem and solution. The problem is there's too many geese and they won't migrate back to Canada.
And our solution is that we could like poison some food, and we don't let other humans feed them because they'll want to stay more if humans feed them. So we don't want to let humans feed the geese, or else they'll stay here and they won't migrate back to Canada.
Oh, and the driving question answer was like to put up like fox decoys so they would fly away, because like so they would move back and forth and they would be scared, and like to have cages for them.
And that is our presentation. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a good day.
Questions?
Any questions?
Please ask questions.
What are their nests made out of?
Grass, leaves, twigs, and pine needles.
So, I'm sorry, if I get it right, the problem is that they're not migrating back, they're staying around, there's too many of them.
Like they get farmers stuff, and like they ruin all the crops and all the food that they use.
Why have they stopped migrating?
They stop migrating because they like it here better than back in Canada.
Why?
Because it's warmer here and it's like colder back in Canada.
How do they know how to go north, which way is north?
Well, what was it? I'll say. They have iron in their beak, and it acts like a compass, so they know which way is north, east, and south, and west.
You're going to ask the question everybody wants to ask. Why are they such a problem? Why do people around here, why do we feel like they're bothering us?
Because cats and people in the yard, their poop carries diseases. And the cat or something might think it's cat food or something. Yeah, Daddy.
Where are some of the places they like to hang out other than a grassy field?
A pond.
Yeah, pond water.
Anywhere water or something.
Never around water.
What were some of the places that were problems that we talked about in class?
Arms, because they poop on crops.
So
Tobacco fields.
baseball fields and golf,
Golf
fields.
balls.
We talked about golf courses a lot.
Any other questions?
Are there a problem around airports?
Yes.
Why?
Because they think that they can join, probably because they think we're.
It's
You've explained it to me in class on your own, Samuel. Explain it to them.
It's the way the plane flies. I think.
What do the geese do that causes a problem for the plane?
They honk, and people that are sleeping in the plane might wake.
Think about it for a minute. I think you can come up with your answer.
I think they when they lift off they get stuck in the planes or something.
Maybe their engines?
Yeah.
They get they fly right in front of them, and then the plane's going faster than them, so it just comes up and sucks them in. They don't mess with them.
I have 2 questions and then I won't ask any more. Okay. I'm curious if you know anything about how the Canada geese fly, and if you learned anything about how much their population has changed and the different types it changes.
Well, when they fly in a V formation. And when the babies want to fly, they can't fly because they have to be 7 to 8 years old before they can fly.
And they fly in a V formation to conserve energy, and the one in the front switches off with other geese.
What about the population?
There used to not be a lot, but then they kept on going up.
They got
and
killed
up.
in the 50s or almost extinct.
Yeah.
In the 1980s.
Early 1900s.
Whatever. Any more questions? Again. Okay, that's our presentation.
Thank you for coming.